Let's get ready to rumble!
What up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. It's your host, Ryan from the Six, man. We back in here, bro. We back in here. Had a little bit of issues earlier, man. So I'm glad that we got that figured out. But shout out to y'all, man. We definitely we in the building, man. Big Six is I'm not sure if we'll be able to do callers today. Yeah, man, my audio's been messed up all day, so I don't know. We'll see, man. I'll try, see what I could do, make it do what it do. Salute my man. We got big money in the building. What's going on, my brother? Salute, salute. Big money. You already know what it is, man. But yeah, we got a lot to unpack. Obviously, it's kind of a slow week in boxing. We got a few fights on the docket, but nothing crazy. But that's how this whole month's gonna be until we get to the end of it. So, but hey, we got lots of boxing. That's one thing I'm happy about. There's lots of boxing, bro. Lots of boxing. You're not gonna get any complaints to me about that. But yeah, man, we're gonna unpack obviously Matias versus Smith. That's the big one this weekend. 140 clash for the WBC championship at super lightweight. It should be an interesting fight, man. We'll see if Dalton Smith can shake up the boxing world. We'll see if Subriel Matias can continue his dominance at 140. It's a good fight, man. And the winner, if they can get a possible unification down the road, because a couple weeks later, Tio and Shakur, they gonna fight for the WBO and Ring Magazine titles at 140. So we'll see what's going on with that, man. And then obviously we're hearing news that Dmitry Bivol is officially returning in April. He's going to be facing a mandatory. I think it's IBF mandatory. Obviously, us fans were not too excited about that because we'd rather see Bivol versus Beterbiev 3. Them just get it over with so that we can then get Benavidez versus one of these guys. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. And then we're also going to talk about Devin Haney, man, and Keyshawn Davis. They were drawing back and forth on X. That's how these guys make fights these days on the internet. Devin Haney, he threw Keyshawn Davis on his list, man. So we'll see if Devin Haney enters that hit list, man, and goes that route. And of course, we'll cover some more things like Fabio Wardley getting a possible shot, or sorry, Tyson Fury getting a shot at Fabio Wardley's belt, and obviously Usyk and Wilder. It seems like that thing is gonna be for real. That fight. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We got my man Oscar Perez in the building. Salute to Oscar, man. He said Michael Efford been mandatory since Beterbiev before the first fight. That's why they said it's maybe they couldn't get okay. Because they would have been stripped, bro. You're right, man. Well, I don't know, but Michael Efford's getting his opportunity. Well deserved. And I guess he's the mandatory, and shout out to the IBF, because if you go that route, bro, I told y'all the IBF, they've been investigated. They done had those problems. So if you go that route, you're gonna get your fight with the IBF at least. He said I don't like the fight, but I have to respect the IBF enforcing the rules. Yeah. And that's where we're at in boxing, man. We just want these guys to enforce the rules. But first and foremost, if you just came in, make sure you smash that like button. Show some love to the stream. Share it. Let a friend know a friend. We here, we talking boxing. And yeah, man. I'm gonna be here twice a week at least. Try to be here as many times as I can. I'm gonna I'm gonna do a day show tomorrow, around 10:45 a.m. That's gonna be like a show where I'm just gonna talk about fights I want to see in 2026. Fighters I think will have a good year. Fighters I think will have a down year, and who will be the best promoters, like that type of thing. Like hypotheticals right before we really get the year kicking off. Even though January is a big month in the year already, it's it's making me think like, man, is boxing as a whole gonna have a breakout? Is this gonna be the year where the sport's gonna change heads? And I think it kind of already has, man. When you look at what Jake Paul has done, and now we got Dana White here, you can kind of say that already, man. The sport's changed a lot of heads, moved a lot of people in this direction. But yeah, man, I'll get the BS right out the way first, man. Dimitri Bivol and Michael Eifert, man. Obviously, Bivol's coming back off back surgery, so that'll be his first fight back. And like my man Oscar said, that's mandatory with the IBF. So it's very like you got to understand what Bivol's doing, man. He's still trying to hold most of the belts there. He'll have the IBF, he'll have the WBO, and the WBA. The only thing he doesn't have is the WBC now, which David Benavidez has. But Michael Eifert, obviously, he just got to cash in his check. It's probably gonna be his biggest fight of his life. He's 13-1, man, and he's got a reach advantage on Bivol, but everything else, including boxing skills, he lacks heavily in. So he's in an uphill battle. It'll be interesting to see how Dimitri Bivol looks coming back. I guess that's what we're all gonna watch. It's like he's still gonna have that pep in his step, or is that back injury really gonna be a problem, man? I say that to say, one of my favorite basketball players growing up. Obviously, he was a guy who was drafted by Toronto. Tracy McGrady was pretty much, you know, deteriorated from back injuries his whole career, man. And that was a guy who was just a pure scorer, smooth with the hoop, but he could never have a full season without that back. So we gotta see, man, is with Bivol coming back, is the back injury gonna be a thing? Is it gonna be a problem? Or are we just as fans, are we just, looking way too deep into things, which could be a whole, that could be another thing in its own light, like people say. Sometimes we look far into things and it's not what we see seems. It could just be that Bivol needed a break, man. If somebody told me that, I wouldn't be mad because Bivol, he had two better BF fights, and he had another fight there as well. Like he had a bunch of fights, and I think the guy probably needed a break, to be honest. And this is kind of the only way he can get it, man. Is the fight is mandatory. It's a good excuse. Oscar said, I expect this to be more competitive than what it should be just because Bivol's surgery. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll all be watching for that. Like, is Bivol going to be 100%? Is Bivol going to have the same lateral movement? There's going to be a lot of questions about Dimitri Bivol on that night. Respectfully so. I'm not gonna be mad at Bivol, if he comes out and looks flat. I mean, the man's coming off back surgery. He his wife, she came out there and exposed all of his injuries. So, it's not just the back, apparently. you know, he's had a bunch of injuries. So, you can expect him to be I guess a little ring rust is where I'm getting at. We'll see that for sure. Like for myself, I just want to see how he looks, man. Dimitri Bivol coming back in April. So not even first quarter. I think it's second quarter he's coming back in. So we probably won't see the better BF fight till the fourth quarter, which means we won't see Benavidez unify 175 or undispute 175 this year, which is crazy. But The thing about David Benavidez, he just gonna fight the best available name. So at least he'll do that for us as boxing fans, you know. Shout out to David Benavidez for that. He will show up and fight the guys, and I'll be happy about that, man. That at least David Benavidez is gonna give us good fights, man. At the end of the day, I don't think he'll get undisputed, but hey, maybe if he looks at it like I'm the way I'm looking at it, then maybe he just fights Jay Apataya if he beats Zerto. You know, David Benavidez just goes into that fight. And then, you know, if David really want to listen to me, which he ain't got to, man, because I'm just a dude on YouTube, he can go ahead and run up to heavyweight, where I think is where David Benavidez will get the most stardom if he was to beat the heavyweights. You know, that dude's a monster already. If he went up there and slayed some monsters, trust me, man, I wouldn't be mad at it. But shout out to David Benavidez, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button when you come in, man, and show some love to the stream. My man Birdman in the building. What's going on, brother? Said, what time is that Caballel scrap? Ooh, good question, bro. I'm not 1000% sure, but you know, Google's your best friend. Or let me just check. It's on the zone, right? Let me just check my the zone, man. What's going on, man? Hold on. Let me check the zone right quick. My man said, you need times, bro. So we gonna get him some time. But Caballel, he fights in Germany. So I think they on that same UK time out there. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like 7 hours ahead. So it's probably gonna be like an afternoon fight, you know. But we'll see, brother. We'll see. We'll take a look. No harm. No harm in looking, right? But yeah, that is this weekend too. Like Ajit Caballel, you know, I was sleeping on that fight. But I like Ajit, man. All right, it says yeah, so it's 12:45 start time for the main card. So yeah, I'm thinking the Jit probably gonna get in the ring around 2. Yeah, man, that's what I think gonna happen. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, who else we got in here, man? My man Oscar said he don't like to fight. We got the time. See, I don't know if Benavidez gives us entertaining performances, but when Benavidez held the belt at 168 for a short period, was the echo. He didn't fight Charlo Plant, and they had the same promoter, same. Now that's facts, bro. Nah, you right. He didn't. But I think like David just on different time now. You know what I'm saying? We got my guy Hector Bermudez in the building. What's going on, coach? What's good, my dog? He said, what up, Brian? What's going on, man? Yo. He doesn't make highlight reels. He makes opponents hesitate. And that's facts. Yo, we need Yo in a big fight, dog. You know, I think I just saw something about, Vito Melnecki need to fight somebody. You need to fight Yo, man. Yeah. He said, that's the only fight I'm interested in. What? Oh, Jit Caballel? For real? All right, Birdman. No, Caballel's nice, man. I like him. Yeah, we know you talking about her. Yeah, you got Yo Hernandez, 160-pounder. The Diablo. Nah, man. He getting avoided. It ain't right. He need a shot, man. He need a shot. They need to stop playing around with Yo, man. Need to throw him in there. He said, I hate how Soriano kept her belts after taking 3 straight L's for a year and a half. Yeah, man. Women's boxing, man. Nobody petitioned for that. But it looked like she don't want to fight Tierra Brown. You know, she's talking about, pricing, money. Money got to be right. He said, Vito's pops ain't putting them in there with the demon. Yeah, you right, man. Vito's pops, he be saving his son. Literally. Like, they was at top rank. As soon as he got a draw at top rank, as soon as it got hard, because, top rank, at least they going to challenge you. They're going to bring you to a certain spot, and then they're going to say, you got to show us. show and prove. Yo, he got into that fight where he had to show and prove, and they dipped out of there, man. They went out of there. I heard they was going to TKO group. So now they can go hide behind Dana White, man. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. My man Birdman, what you say, bro? He said, Adamas versus Yo-Yo would have been more exciting than Ammo. Nah, that's a fact, bro. If they would have had that fight on the card, that would have made that card even more epic than what it already is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be a big moment for my man Yo-Yo Hernandez, because I think he beats Carlos Adames, becomes the title holder. But you know what they got to do, bro? They got to go strip that man Janabek, bro. The dude done pop dirty and still holding belts, yo. They got to strip him, man. But we know what belts he got. The WBO. The WBO, they got to do right, man. They got the new president. He got a opportunity right now to make the right move by stripping Janabek. And the IBF should be stripping him because, you know, it was already investigated by the feds. They don't want the feds back. Talk about TKO, Bam using them for leverage, or Fast Eddie running them to pockets after realizing only the Asian market can pay Bam. Yeah, Mr. Honda. Yeah, Mr. Honda, he got all the Asian fighters, man. And sorry, the small guys. He got all the small weights, Mr. Honda. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. It was kind of like when Canelo used Jake Paul. That was, you know, that's what that reminds me of, that Bam situation with Eddie Hearn. Is like when Jake Paul went ahead and said he was going to when Canelo said he was going to fight Jake Paul, and then Turkey Al-Sheikh had to scoop in and pay Canelo all that money to get him away from that fight, man. My man Hector Bermudez said they saying Yo-Yo is high risk, low reward. But yeah, man, eventually they're gonna have to fight him, boy. Yo, shout out to Yo-Yo. Keep going in those conventions. Keep going and banging on the door, bro, because you know, eventually the fans are gonna call for it. When the fans call for it, that's when it gets real, man. That's when the promoters can't hide these guys and they start looking like they on fraud watch, man. But hey, I'm with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Half Boxing in the building. Shout out to Fight Sports Talk. What's going on, my guy? He said, I'm the biggest fan of Usyk, but I don't like this Wilder fight. Ugh. You know what, bro? You and me both, man. I'm a massive fan of Usyk. I was happy to carry that Usyk flag into TBV and get on Ness's head every day and tell him he needs to give this guy respect. He needs to champion this guy. And then when the Tyson Fury fights came around and he beat him twice, oh my gosh, that was sweet. That was sweet for me. Because I think those are that Tyson Fury win, you know, beating a guy 60 pounds bigger than you, taller than you, a natural heavyweight, you defeated all odds, bro. That's an all-time great win for Usyk. Like, that's a massive win, bro. And I don't think Usyk's we won't see another Usyk like Bud Usyk. Even anyway, those guys are special, man. They're in a class of their own. But Usyk, he's on his way out, and I see what he's doing. He's knocking the last piece off the chessboard. You know, Wilder is the last one of that era, that great heavyweight era of Joshua, Fury, and now Wilder. They all got to get knocked off, man. We can't have no doubters. Said I hope Bivol can make up for lost time, yo. The last year has been frustrating. Yeah. And Fight Sport Talk, I think it's going to get more frustrating for David Benavidez than I think anybody else, because even if Bivol fights in April, wins, him and Beterbiev probably won't fight until October. And I can't see Bivol doing that quick turnaround from October to December to fight David Benavidez for all the belts if he beats Beterbiev. So it's like, damn, bro, it's going to be frustrating if you're a David Benavidez fan. Slew. Yeah, nah, shout out to Fight Sports Talk. I think you're in New Zealand, right, man? Big shout out to you, man, for tuning in. My man Vega in the building. on that IG. What up, bro? Salute Vega. See you getting ready for Border Wars, man. Coming to Florida. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I will be leaving to come back to Canada on that day, Saturday. But I think on Friday or a couple of days throughout the week, I'm gonna try to get together with Ness, maybe a couple other guys. I'll reach out to you guys when I'm down there, and if we can link up, man, we'll link up for sure. But who was I on next? Oh, Matias and Dalton Smith. That's what's going on this weekend too. Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. Yeah, man. Obviously, I would say Subriel's in my eyes. Subriel should have been the heavy favorite, but I've been looking at the betting lines, and this is pretty close. Like, I'm quite surprised. I don't know if it's the UK fans coming in very heavy, or Dalton Smith. Maybe I'm just doubting him, but I just think Subriel, he's just got too much of that pressure. I can't see like Dalton Smith. Yeah, he's got a 72% KO ratio, so he's got some pop. But man, I just can't see Dalton Smith doing some of the things Poyo did. Like, I think Poyo was a good fight for Subriel because Subriel learned a lot in that fight, man. One, he's more slicker than me than Liam Pyro. So, Subriel knew what time it was. He was going to be in another fight like Liam Pyro where he had to be on his A game. I think he was and did a lot better than the Liam Pyro fight. And, yeah, man. Yeah, I just don't think that Dalton Smith is better than Alberto Puello, so I can't see him winning. And then I can't see him really hurting Subriel either because I haven't seen Subriel Matias hurt at all, man. Y'all got to show me the time he's been hurt. I ain't seen it. So I'm looking at it like, wow, like these lines are so close, but I just see this fight ending in a stoppage, like a late stoppage, like a no mas situation, man. But I don't know how you guys feel about it. You guys, like, I put up a poll there, obviously. Um and it's heavy. Like, the poll's heavy right now, and it's sitting at 85% of y'all got Matias winning. So it's like, man, it's I don't know why these lines are so close, but I guess the UK fans, they're showing up, man. They're showing love, and we talk about them so much in sports, and look what they're doing here, man. They're swaying the lines in a fight that I think is not close. I don't know, man. I don't know. My man Vegas said extend the trip. I can't, bro. I'm already gonna be down there for 2 weeks. I'm coming down on the 8th, man. Man, my man Oscar said that Benavidez beats Zerto. I don't see him going back down, but I also don't see Eddie putting in the money for either the fights. Yeah, money is the purse splits. Okay, I see what you're saying for Jay Apatay and Benavidez. Shout out to round one in the building. What's going on, bro? He said PR, let's go. Yes, sir. That's your guy, man. Subriel Matias. It's y'all weekend. Said, bro, UK fans had the lines flooded for Hatton versus Money. Oh, for real? Yeah, I wasn't even betting back then, so I didn't look at them. My man round one said round 6, 7, 8. It's over. No mas. Yeah, man. I mean, I can't see it. And I think the over is like 11.5. So if you just bet the under, like that Dalton Smith won't make it to 12, you can win money. My man Oscar Perez said, Matias smoking Smith, man. You can really see his growth after the Paro fight. No, and that's the thing I'm gonna say about Subriel Matias, man. We keep saying he's one dimensional. He's got one style. Bro, that man grew off that style. Like, I haven't seen, like, even the Paro fight, that wasn't no clean fight, man. There were spots in there where Paro was clearly getting hurt. And I think he went back to his corner the one time, and you could hear them, like, they could see the fight was kind of slipping, and they had to bring Pyro back. Like, yo, bro, you gotta focus up. The guy's coming for you. So, bro, I haven't seen anybody like wash Subriel Matias. So as much as we say his style's basic, it's all pressure, it's effective. Like, we've never seen one guy, one guy make him look bad, man. My man Half Box had to slide in that one. He said the one ostrich. Yo, you hilarious, family, man. You hilarious, bro. Just one, he said. Just one. It was point one, yo. It wasn't even one. It was a point one, yo. 0.01. He wasn't like Ryan Garcia. It was 60 times over, man. But yeah, man. I think Subriel. I think he's great for the 140 division. You know, the guy's a buzzsaw, man. He's been on this tear. You know, two-time champ. You know, got the opportunity with Pollo, who on my right, I was gonna say if Pollo beats Matias, which some people do believe that, man. I was gonna say, bro, like that 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 would have been the best 140 run for Pollo's sake. You know, he beats Gary, he beats Sandor Martin, and then beats Subriel Matias. That to me, even though if Tio had the ring belt and the 140, like, he still would have been the longest, I think, 140 champ. I still think Pollo's 140 run is better than Tio's. You know, because Pollo, he was on that, and shout out to Matias because he put that shit to the end. So now Matias, he gets the opportunity. Obviously, Dalton Smith, the mandatory. But I'm sure he wants Teofimo Lopez. I'm sure he wants to fight the other champs, Richard Hitchens. You know, he wants those fights, man. Gary, like Gary and Subriel Matias, that's gonna be an all-out action fight if we can get there. I hope we can get there as boxing fans, right? Shout out to my guy Oscar. He said Matias like and Billy, yeah, that work rate insane. Smith or any of them UK brothers are not ready for that. No, I believe that, man. And I don't know. I don't think Dalton Smith got enough pop to keep Subriel honest or off of him or even make him think about going backwards. So, yeah, that's where it lays with me. Like, I don't know how them lines is so how do I say it, man? I don't know how them lines is so close, bro. Hey, what's going on, man? Styles.net. He says, salute is Dwayne. What's going on, bro? He said you showed up on that Dwayne Styles, my guy Dwayne Styles from Mexico, bro. My brother, always in the gym. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Dwayne, man. Oscar Perez said, facts, man. Pollo got better names than two at 140. Tio has the biggest name, but Pollo body work is crazy. No, that's a fact, man. And he was pretty much on his way. Like, if he beat Matias, wow, that would have been a major win, bro. Major win for Pollo. But hey, he fell short, and I thought it was a good fight. That was an awesome fight. So they might have to revisit that because I thought Turkey Ali Sheik said that Pollo would get his shot back. But this is boxing. Nothing's guaranteed in this sport, man. So if Pollo don't get his spot back, we gonna be pissed as hardcore fans, but I'm sure Matias not gonna make a big deal about it. Neither is PBC because he did go over there to Turkey for that fight. So it's a shitty position, but it's also it is what it is type of situation, man. We also got Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis. They were John on X, formerly known as Twitter. Keyshawn said he's going to 147 and he wants Devin Haney. He did not, you know what I'm saying? He did not slip up on that. He said, nah, I want you, Dev. Yeah, Dwayne. You always supporting, bro. And I appreciate you, Dwayne Styles, man. My guy. But Devin Haney, he the big dog right now at 147. He is the man. He got the best win. And Keyshawn Davis coming back. He wants to show that, hey, man, I am the businessman. I am what Top Rank was about to make me the poster child. And this is how you're going to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Half Boxing. What other live you got on? Well, I'm on IG right now. And I think I'm on X as well. Shout out to you, brothers. He said, got you with the follow, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Dwayne Styles to follow you back, man. But yeah, this is what we really want, bro. Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. Whoa. And shout out to Devin Haney because he doubled back, man, and he said, yo, Keyshawn, you on the list now. You know Devin, yo. He got that list, bro. He got that list he be checking off. He took B Norman off it. And he got them other guys on it, but he said, Keyshawn, you getting added to it. So now Keyshawn Davis is on the list, man. And these look at the age. These guys are both young, 27, 26. Almost the same, like looking at tail of the tape, but obviously Keyshawn Davis is the more explosive fighter with almost a 70% KO ratio. He's the more explosive guy. Devin Haney, we know, was the master boxer, so this is the clash style that can either be good or bad because the explosive guy can catch the boxer. If he can catch him, it can be an interesting fight. Keyshawn Davis, I think, possesses a lot of boxing skill, man. He's got a lot. Like he's Keyshawn Davis, to me, he's got way more experience than that 13-0 record because he's been in the Olympics. He's been going through, you know what I'm saying? He's been going through the whole thing, like the process. So I would say he's a seasoned fighter, even though he's only got 13 fights. Keyshawn Davis is extremely seasoned, man. But hey, I think he can give Dev a good fight, bro. I think he could even beat Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis. But we got to see how he looks against Jermaine Ortiz, because Jermaine Ortiz, he's made guys look bad. He's made Loma look bad. He's made Teo look bad. You know, those guys are not low level ops. Those guys are high level ops. But you know what I'm saying? We gotta see what it looked like, bro. My man Oscar Perez said, I want to see Devin versus Keyshawn. That being said, I don't see this as the biggest fight at 147. Eddie and Crocker need to stop ducking, sorry. He'll throw Connor Heck in the mix. Yeah, man. Crocker, yeah, I'm surprised, man. I think Lewis Crocker would take the fight. I think it's Eddie Hearn who's being a bit on his he don't want to pay Devin Haney now. I think that's what it is. He's mad with the Haneys. He's always kind of felt like they've used him and he hasn't got a chance to really use them, He said, you go into this Smith-Subriel fight or just the Lopez fight? Shoot, man, I would like to go to just the Lopez fight. The Subriel, nah, man. Because I don't really know the other guys on the card. I know Keith Colon Jr. is on the card. Shout out to Keith Colon. You're a good-ass fighter, man. You're going to put on. But a lot of the other guys I'm not very familiar with. But I'm going to watch it because I'm a boxing pundit. But I think the Subriel the Teo and Shakur, if I can get tickets, man, because I don't know if I'm going to get credentials. Match room. I see Keyshawn going down, same as Norman Jr. Oh, damn. Just the experience. I don't know, man. I think actually Keyshawn's a little bit more experienced than Norman Jr., But we'll see. We'll see if that fight comes to fruition, bro. That'd be a good-ass fight. He said, who has rocked Haney without PDs? Linares. Oh, yeah, Linares rocked him, man. Rocked him. He didn't beat him. He didn't knock him down, but he did rock him. He said, now, did you think Jermaine was robbed in the Lopez and Loma fight? Nah, I didn't think Jermaine Ortiz did enough to win in those fights, man. To be honest, Dwayne. I like Jermaine Ortiz, but I feel like, he got to understand, hey, man, you the B-side, brother. He said, Golden Boy. Golden Boy? Pay for this fight? Maybe. Shout out to Ganty in the building. What's going on, champ? See you back healthy off that surgery recovery. You getting ready for that border wars, bro. He said Haney too experienced for Key. Oh, for real, man? Yes. You don't think with the Olympic pedigree? I get it though. Devin Haney been in much bigger fights. He been on the biggest stage. That's very true, man. Keyshawn Davis never fought for one unification. Yeah, man. He said, I saw Keith Cologne in person last year at Pro Box TV in Maryland last April. Yeah, Dwayne. He's a problem, man. Whenever whoever signs him, because I know Keith Cologne not signed right now. And that's by choice. He a free agent by choice right now. He just taking the fights, which is smart. He said, Linares, El Nino de Ora. Yeah. Oh, that's what it means, Golden Boy. Okay. Now, Linares, yeah, man, he had Devin looking crazy, but, Devin Haney, we should have all knew in that moment that Devin Haney got warrior spirit, bro, because, he could have been flatline, bro, could have been over. But a shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big right hand. One punch. That is it. Forget about the count. It is over.
Did not really fight her.
Yeah, you gotta smash that like button, boys and girls. You know what it is. You know what it is, bro. Yeah, so Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney. I don't know if it happens this year. I mean, if it does, then shout out to Devin Haney, man. He giving us treats then because he be giving us fights. But hey, if it doesn't come to fruition, I wouldn't be too mad about it. I wouldn't hold it too high and be like, man, Devin Haney didn't give us that fight. Nah, I still think it's good that it's there now. It's on the list per se, right? I think it's a good thing. But we'll see, man. We'll see what goes on with that. And then last topic for me, and I'll drop the link, man. See if anybody could join. We'll see how this goes, bro. Because I never really had people join on this one. We'll see how this goes. But Usyk, man, like my man Fight Sport Talk TV was saying, he didn't really like this fight, but I get it, man. I get it. It does nothing really for Usyk's legacy at this point, but it just knocks off those bragging rights that some people gonna sit there and say, "What if he fought Wilder?" There's always gonna be those conversations, those people, and I would say they are probably non-believers, which is okay. But nah, man, I want to see Usyk knock the last piece off the chessboard. Deontay Wilder, he's got a 97% KO ratio. We knew him for just knocking people out. He had an impressive run, I think 10 title defenses. We watched the spectacular finishes. And it's just one of those things, man. And shout out to Half Boxing dropping the $2 super chat on me. He said, anyone can get it on that list. And that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Because Devin Haney, man. You really go out there and fight his mandatories, man. But shout out to Half Boxing, man. Dropping that $2 super chat on me. I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, man, I think personally, shoot, you over here with it. I think that man Usyk is just doing what he got to do, just knocking off the last piece off the chessboard. It's only right you go ahead and beat Wilder. Deontay Wilder, yes, he's 40 years old, as you can see there. Usyk's 38. Wilder's, it's kind of like almost like the Fury situation where Wilder's got all the advantages, the reach advantage. He may not be heavier. Yeah, he'd probably be heavier. He kind of weighed in a little heavier at the end of his career. So him and Usyk probably be around the same weight. He's taller, he's got the 3-inch height advantage. And obviously he's got all the power, right? The 97% KO ratio, which is what people are banking on, which has been Wilder's entire career, really. It's like you got to be perfect for 12 rounds. He's only got to be perfect for one shot. That's kind of been his motto. And it's worked for a long time, man. I think right now it's caught up with him. I don't know, maybe him going or taking Malik Scott out of his corner could have helped, possibly helped. I'm not 100% sure. But what I do know is that, man, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Wilder, yes. I like Wilder, what he's done. But hey, bro, all good things come to an end, right? It's a rappy per se, but Deontay Wilder, he's gonna be all right, man. And my whole thing is like he's getting a shot at the titles, so shout out to him, man. This is what you want, right? You wanna go and try to get the glory. He's getting the opportunity to fight for I think 3 titles. So I think Usyk still got the BC. He still got the other 2. The BO no, the BO's gone. He got the BA and the IBF because he just beat Dubois. So he got it, man. He got it, and we'll see what goes down with that with Usyk. Um, if he can complete it, he said he got what 2 or 3 fights left. I don't know who the other names are, man. At this point, I don't know who the other names are, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see what really comes in, man. But I'm gonna try to drop the link here. Y'all to call in. Shout out to my man Oscar Perez, man. He just read up his membership. The member for 1 month, man. I appreciate you. Like I said, I've never used this one in the interview mode, so we'll see how this rocks out. But shout out to my man Oscar Perez. And shout out to everybody who's been rocking out, man. Make sure you smash the like button. Support the streams. Go follow me on social media, Boxing Talk Up North, or just hit me in any search column, Ryan from the 6, man. You'll see me. I'm out here on X, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. Just trying to, provide as much boxing content as possible. I enjoy doing this, man. It's a good time I have with y'all, talking boxing, talking this great sport. And yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got all these great topics, bro. Shout out to my guy Oscar Perez dropping the $5 super chat. He said like, subscribe, share, comment, and join the Discord for the realest boxing talk. Shout out to Ryan from the 6, man. Shout out to you, brother. Man, Oscar Perez always be supporting the stream, man. He's a member. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to all the members, bro. I dropped the bets and I got, man, Yankee Rivera. He almost didn't make it out the first round, man. Shout out to my man Gonzalez. He just showed like, yeah, man, you can't be taking too many steps forward, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't be skipping. Not in this game. So, hey, man. I mean, Yankee Rivera almost got stopped in the first round. I had him winning by KO, and he almost got KO. Like, oh, man. I got hit with back-to-back loss because then I had Ebony Bridges. I thought they were just throwing her in. They probably did throw her in with a soft touch because I feel like they wanted to get to the Shanika Johnson fight. That was a fight that was trying MVP in my eyes is trying to promote so they can do a big card in Australia. But yeah, that fell through, man, because the Ebony Bridges lost. So that was another upset. So I got burnt, man, with those two. They killed all my bets, man. But if I just went the lady, which I was gonna go, but I wanted to go with winners. But if I could have just went back, I would have just bet decision, like all the lady fights go decision because Amanda Seriano. I don't know what to me when she stepped up the opposition, she just stopped getting knockouts, man. I never really bought into she was a KO artist. I think she just beat a lot of, unknowns, like like people we don't know. She knocked them out. But yeah, man, it's tough to get knockouts in ladies boxing. That's why that girl, Alif Tehran, man, she a unicorn if she keep knocking these girls out. Oh my goodness. She gonna be a problem, man. Salute him with Dwayne Styles, man. He on the YouTube now. Shout out to you, brother. Said salute from YouTube as well, man. You know what it is, Dwayne Styles, man. It's all love on this side, brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. So we got Subriel Matias. That should be a good one. Shout out to everybody, man. We got the goal going right now as well. We need 8 more super chats. Could be $2. Doesn't matter, bro. Let me get back to the community though. Let me hand out some memberships, man, because I know I get a couple a month that I can hand out. I think that's how it works. I ain't done it in a while, man. But salute to y'all because y'all rocking out with me. So, you know, we showing love out here today, man. So salute to everybody in the chat there, man. Got a membership. Y'all gotta, now I just gotta get y'all to come back for next month. It's only $1 a month, man. So it's not gonna hurt nobody. Only $1 a month. Support the boy. We do bets, man. And yeah, we talk all things boxing. We got the Discord as well. Shout out to Border Wars coming up. So I'm gonna like try to find out who's fighting so that I can do some interviews on here with those guys. I think Border Wars is a great thing to do, man. I think honestly, I wouldn't say everybody should do it because, like, you know, fighting, it ain't really for everybody, to be honest, man. Like, but I think everybody should go in the gym and get hit on at least once, man. Just get punched on. Get that adrenaline rush, man. If you're not a adrenaline junkie, I don't know how you watch the sport. But I think everybody should go in there, you know, with the pads. Or not the pads, sorry, with the headgear on and the jock strap on, and yeah, go get beat on, bro. Go get beat on. I'm telling you, bro. It will change your perspective on the sport a bit. And you probably respect the fighters a little bit more. Shout out to my man G-Von in the building. G-Von, what up, man? Matias about to catch a body. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I don't see what Dalton Smith got for him, G-Von. I really don't, man. But the lines is close. So I mean, the odds, the bookies, somebody, man, they believe in him. I can't hate on that. I mean, have boxers to go get hit on. Yeah, yeah, bro. Nah, man, I used to say that to my friends all the time, man. I feel like it builds character, yo. It builds character. So yeah, go get punched. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, like, cause like, if you could take a punch, man, I'm telling you, that could make a little bit. Like, obviously, don't walk around town talking like you could take everybody's punch, cause you'll get hurt. But yeah, man, you take a punch, then at least when you get into a situation, hey, at least you know you could take a punch. You know, some people, they think they could take a punch. They ain't never been punched on. And that's why I was saying about Jake Paul. I'm like, once he feels like Joshua's power, he gonna realize, man, that he played the wrong game. Shout out to Boxing Wiz in the building, man. That's salute. Good looks, bro. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, this is not a game, bro. And Jake Paul, y'all saw his face. He knew instantly when he got hit. His shit was broken. He knew instantly. And all he did was like, whoa, wow. But he's one of those guys, like they said, he's like a jackass dude. Like he's on the whole prankster thing. Like he do all the pranks. So yeah, Jake Paul definitely gonna do that for money. For 90 million or something like that. He got something crazy. Subriel most punches thrown -400. Yeah, yeah, that's an easy bet. He definitely gonna throw the most punches. That's a fact, man. I would say that's a lock bet. You know, I'd be shocked if he didn't out punch Dalton Smith. That'd be concerning. Cause like Subriel Matias doesn't have, at least to me, he doesn't have one punch power knockout. Like it's accumulation. And I think it's over a period of time of the rounds too, where he's mowing guys down, right? So I think yeah, you're right on par with that. He should be able to easily get the most punches thrown. Easily, because that's what he does, man. Subriel Matias is like my man Oscar said, he's like Christian and Billy, like he's just a machine, man. It's like the dude just every time he goes in the corner, they just put more oil on him, put more gas in him, bro. He just keeps coming and coming. Oh, whoa, that sounded crazy. But he just keeps moving forward, yo. And it's like you can't stop that dude. So you might as well just, you got to slip and move, but I think you do got to fight him in spurts, right? I think if you're going to deal with Matias, which is going to be a tough out in any fight you're in. That's why I say I think the Gary fight will be good because I think Gary will probably look best against him outside of Pyro. Because Gary he got boxing skills. He can box, but he can also, hang in the pocket and throw and bang just like Subriel. So I think for sure he'll pick his spots, and I think he'll do that, man. Yeah. Shout out to Boxing Willie. He said, I appreciate the gift of membership. Shout you all on my page. Oh, for sure, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, and hit me up, or maybe I have you already on IG. But yeah, man, we could always collab, man. I've been always trying to like collab with my fellow boxing pundits, man, because I've always told people like this is where boxing lives on YouTube, man. It's not on ESPN. It ain't on these other big networks. So it's like, yo, we got to keep it alive out here. We got to keep it pumping out to the people, man. We got to keep the people entertained, and we got to let them know what news is going on, what we think. We got to sit down and have these conversations because, we don't have the debate shows. We don't have the first takes for boxing. We don't have the big ESPN Sports Center highlight on us. So it's got to get done on YouTube, man. Yo, Halfbox laughing at me. He caught that too, bro. Oh, man. But yeah, man. It's just one of them things. It's one of them things, brother. One of those things. My Oscar said, Oscar said, when Matias goes backwards, you expect him to slow down. But in the playoff fight, showed his growth because in the Paro fight, he couldn't fight going back. Yep. The playoff fight, he looked better stepping back. No, that's a fact. And in the Poyo fight, I think he used the ring better too. Like you said, with the whole going back, and then he'd shift and turn and go at Poyo. So he turned the angle. It was almost like he cut straight. It's like that's how Matias fight. He's coming straight. So as long as he's on the straight line, he's gonna be good. But like, and I think Poyo was trying to do that at one point. He was trying to turn and turn, and you can see like Matias was like right there with him. And that takes a lot out of you, man. That's a lot of like not physical pressure because the turning, the mental pressure, bro. The mental of like, yo, this dude's still in front of me. Like, I'm trying to get away from him. I'm trying to get an angle so I can get a shot off. But no, this guy's still right there. So it's the mental pressure that I think eats the guys alive, man. Like you see them as the rounds go down, you see them start to get, more, how do you say it, man? Like their body expression, the body language is not there. They starting to doubt themselves. They starting to think about things they shouldn't be thinking about. It's just bro, it's just one of those things where it's the mental pressure really gets to these guys and they fold. And then eventually they quit. And down the stretch, Matias just looks dominant. The guy just doesn't slow down, man. I've never seen him tired down the stretch. So you just gotta understand when you signing up to fight Subriel Matias, you are signing up to fight a war, bro. It's going to be a war. And I think not many people are willing to go into that dark place. Liam Pyro did. I think he came out on the right side of it. He did a lot of good things early in that fight to where he was able to jump out to a good lead and get a good start, But Liam Pyro did his thing, beat Subriel Matias, and then he moved up, after losing to Richard Hitchens. And I think he'll be better there, man. I think he'll be better at that weight. I think things will just line up much better for Subriel Matias. But sorry, not Subriel, for Liam Pyro at 147. But for Subriel, yeah, man. 140's here for the taking. You might as well go ahead and get to work because I think 140 is one of those divisions that it's just like kind of 54. It's got a lot of names, not huge names, but a lot of good talent. The talent pool is there. It's really good, man. We as fans should be happy about that division. We should be excited for it. And we'll see, man. We'll see what brings forward, that whole thing, man. Uh-oh. Got my guest here. I'm trying to add him. What's good? What's good, man? Oh, oh, nobody's here with me right now. All right, must have jumped back. Yo, man, thought somebody was in here. All right, they jumped out. All right, man, that's all right. Yeah. So Subriel Matias versus Smith this weekend. Are there any other fights on that card that are sparking interest or that people are looking forward to? Cause I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. What else? I know Keith Cologne, like I said earlier, he's fighting on that card. He's another Puerto Rican guy with the high upside. I think he's at 126. He's gonna campaign there for a while, so hopefully he can get some good fights. But he's a prospect, very young. He's still at university, man, doing his thing. So he's boxing and going to school full time. A great kid, man. Understands the game. Right now, he's just getting his fights in, and then I'm sure when the time is right, he'll sign to one of the big promoters, and I'm pretty sure somebody gonna sign him, man. He's a talent, Keith Cologne. He's a really, really good fighter. Really good kid, very media savvy, media friendly. He gets out to all the platforms, man. He's really good like that. He understands getting himself out there, promoting, and yeah, like I said, he's in at Rutgers University. I think he's at actually. He's going to Rutgers and studying all while doing this boxing thing and getting up and making sure he the best fighter possibly he can be. And I like that type of story, man. There's also another kid from Atlanta, Chad Pitts, man. He's the same way. You know what I'm saying? He's going to school and then he's pursuing his his amateur career still, trying to get on the national team. And then the kid's got high hopes to be a pro and to finish school. I think that's awesome, man. I think that's a new wave of athlete. And I'm happy because you can just tell that these kids are around some very, very good people that are telling them, hey, man, you don't want to end up boxing your whole life. Boxing being hit in your head your whole life is not a thing. Make sure you get yourself a career that you can probably get within the boxing field when you're done. I don't know what Keith Cologne's taking, but I know the young kid, Chad Pitts, he's taking economics, man. And when I heard that, I was like, dang, he good with numbers. He trying to be around something that's gonna be around forever. Money's not going anywhere. Shout out to him. But yeah, man. I'm gonna have boxing said Cologne minus. Yeah, you're not making any money on that, bro. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's yeah. That ain't doing nothing, bro. You're not making no money at all. You gotta put like what? You gotta put 7,500 down just to make money. Just to make $100. That's crazy. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, man. But yeah, make sure y'all smash that like button when you come in, man. Show some love to the boy, man.
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big right hand. One punch. That is it. Forget about the count. It is over.
Over. Yeah. Shout out to Ann Wolf, man. We got old wizard in the building. What up, champ? Big man, old wizard, man. What up, brother? I appreciate y'all. But yeah, let me check the poll, man. See who y'all have winning. See if we got any more Dalton. Oh, we had some Dalton Smith love in here. Shout out to that, bro. But Matias, 84%. Dalton Smith, 16%. So, I mean, Matias still the overwhelming favorite by far, bro. But, yeah. I mean, if I was going to lock a pick in, man, it'd have to be Subriel Matias money line, which I think is minus. Let me go check on FanDuel right now. I think it's like minus 174, which to me is not bad at all. Because I think the line should be much bigger. But hey, FanDuel, they got it at We'll see what they got it at. I try to log in here. FanDuel. Shout out to Old Wisdom, man. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, on X. Make sure you repost the stream. All my people on Millions. Shout out to Millions, man. They always show love to me. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for real. Let me check on my phone right quick because it's asking me for location stuff on my computer. I don't know why FanDuel needs to know where I'm at. They need to know what my location is. But I know Subriel Matias. Last time I checked, he was a minus 174. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Yeah, he's still sitting at the minus 174. So that's crazy. Oh yeah, half box. It said minus 170 for him. All right, so yeah, we both same thing, man. You know, I'm in Canada, so they taxing me for everything up here. They taxing. That's the way our government be rolling, bro. They just be taxing us for everything. They think it's a game. They just want to see who can tax the most, man. But yeah, man. So Subriel Matias, you gonna get it on with Dalton Smith down at the Barclays Center. I can't believe that's still a pay-per-view event. It's gonna flop, man. It's gonna flop. But you know, I just think it's one of those things where, like, for me, you know, this is a learning experience for Subriel Matias. You know, he needs to learn, bro. You guys can't be putting out crap for pay-per-view. Like, man, and then you competing literally with another 140-pounder who's going to fight a couple weeks later in a way bigger fight. And that pay-per-view, I don't know what that one is, Teofimo Lopez and Shakur, but that one probably is going to be worth more $80 worth than this one. Like, we got a case at least for that one. You know, there's no case for this one being $80 or whatever it is. Let me make sure I'm giving y'all the right figures because I don't want to give y'all any lies, bro. I don't want to be spitting lies on anybody. But I'm pretty sure I saw, well, I think it's 80. Sorry. Yeah, they showed $80 Canadian. So it's like 50 something US. Yeah, that's the difference because the money, you know, currency. We always get burnt up here. So yeah, I think it's like a $50, $55 pay-per-view or something like that, or 60. Probably $59.99. That's probably what it is. And yeah, it's just not worth it. It's not worth no pay-per-view, man. Not this fight. I'm sorry. Like, this fight ain't worth it at all. So we'll have to see what happened. You know. But until then, I guess we'll all be fire stick. We'll be outside with it. Shout out to Box Wiz. Said just put the shout out, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Boxing Wiz. I have to shout you out too, of course, man. Return the favor. That's how we do. To 170. Yeah, man. Yeah, 170. But y'all think about this Devin Haney and Keyshawn, man. Y'all think we gonna get this year? Or is this something that's gonna be marinated, built up? You know, how they do us in boxing. They never really give us what we want until it's late, or, you know, the rare time we do get it. We do get it the rare time. But usually we waiting. It's kind of weird that we waiting, but hey, we'll see what's up with that, man. See what's up with that. See what's going on, man. We also got what else we got? The Usyk we talked about. Bivol's coming back. Dimitri Bivol's facing his mandatory in April. Michael Eifert, IBF mandatory. He'll settle that. And then obviously he's got to fight the trilogy still with Better BF. And some people don't want to see that. You know, for me, I want to see it selfishly because, you know, shout out to Arthur Better BF. It's my guy, man. I want to see him do good. But all in the same light, man. I won't be mad if Bivol went to fight Benavidez, because that's the undisputed fight. That is the undisputed fight. My man said, I locked in Shakur, Keyshawn, Moses, Zayez, and Bruce Shoot Carrington for the 24th and 31st on a parlay. Okay. That's all money line, I'm guessing. All right. I like those picks. I think the toughest guy is probably Xander. Because, like, we just never seen Xander. Like, I get it, he just beat Jorge Perez. But Abbas Peru got that style, man. He another dude who's a pressure fighter. But if Xander is what he's been advertised as, then yes, he should handle Abbas. But I won't be surprised if that fight, not an upset, but if it looks really bad, right, for Xander. I think it's a hard style to look good against Abbas Peru. But hey, man, anything's possible. Anything's possible in this boxing game. So we just got to sit down and really look at that, for what it is. But yeah, this is the big fight of the weekend. Subriel Matias, Dalton Smith. Subriel, 23-2. Dalton Smith, 18-0. Should be one hell of a fight, man. Said Jermaine got to get his win. Third time's the charm. Ooh, that'd be a big upset. Yo, that'd be such a big upset, because then, Devin Haney not gonna fight. He not gonna fight Devin Haney, then, bro. I actually want to see that fight, but hey, my man said Xander picked Boots to beat Virgil Ortiz. Yeah. Nah, shout out to Xander, man. I think Xander, he really wanted to fight Virgil too. I think Virgil's team just turned it down, man. They obviously got a price for Virgil. And my man Tap Box said Key shouldn't be looking for Haney when he has Ortiz. No, that's a fact, man. But if he go in there and beat up on Jermaine Ortiz, like the way that Loma couldn't and Tio couldn't, and Keyshawn might have a case for what he's saying, man. And I'm never gonna hate on that, like, at all, man. I like Keyshawn Davis and what he brings to the table. I think he's a really good fighter. He had a little slip up there, yes. But you just gotta hope he's learned from it. If he hasn't, then that's super unfortunate, bro. That's super. But something tells me he's learned from it. He's doing his thing. But yeah, man, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I will be back live tomorrow morning, 10:45. I'm going to do a show about pretty much what I would like to see in 2026. And you guys can chime in as well. Let me know what you guys want to see in 2026. What matchups. Also want to talk about who can be a breakout fighter of the year. Who's possibly going to have a bad year. Who's going to be like a promoter of the year. That type of thing. Just try to, like, get a little crystal ball out, make some predictions, and then obviously everything's recorded. So we can always go back to this at some point, maybe the end of next year, and just see how wrong I was, or maybe if I got a few things right. Boxing is one of those sports, man. It never really, how do I say? Never gives us what we want. Like, I've always thought like that, because I think if you get in the mindset of what boxing should do, you'll go crazy. you'll go absolutely crazy because usually the right thing doesn't happen in the sport. But yes, you can still go ahead and scream to the hills, but it may not happen. But salute to everybody, man. Thanks for all the support. Salute to my man Half Boxing, Oscar Perez with the super chats, and my man Oscar for bringing up his membership. I appreciate you, brother. And everybody who got a gifted membership, I appreciate y'all. I'll post the Discord link again in the membership section for everybody who just got in. Discord is free though, so I put it on the community tab as well, so anybody can go in there. Yeah, I usually have the show also on the Discord, so you can call on the Discord as well. I just didn't put it up tonight. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, showing love to the channel. We'll see you tomorrow morning, man, 10:45 Eastern. Peace.